Hey, Leo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your May 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Now, some of you are calling in a soulmate. If you're single, you may not be single for long. For others of you, I feel like you've given someone chance after chance. There may have been red flags in a situation. A lot of you are in a past life connection, okay? Or you are calling in someone who you've definitely had lifetimes with before. You have engagement showing up here. So some of you, this is an actual engagement, or you will be engaging in some sort of conversation. Look at that. You start off with the Queen of Cups. You may be engaging in a flow of give and take, of conversing, getting together with someone. Knight of Cups crossing your path here. I also see that you're opening up to change, Leo. You're opening up to love, because you know and you realize that you deserve love. Look at this. You have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of love here present in your world. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And it does say very soon. Now, because you have the Moon in your recent past, there's been a lot of uncertainty around love. Is this my person? Should I give love a second chance? Should I connect and engage with a specific person or put myself back out there? For those of you that are in a relationship currently, I do feel that there's going to be a breakthrough when it comes to maybe how you feel about someone, how this person feels about you. There could even be an apology coming in for some of you. You want to put in the effort is what I'm getting here. And you've put up some healthy boundaries, and I feel like those boundaries are going to be respected. They're going to be respected here. Someone's willing to work with you. What is the hopes and fears? Magician, to manifest a new love connection here between you and another. And then the outcome for, oh wow, look at that. The outcome, Leo, is a major transformation. So we have engagement coming in here. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So Leo, there is shifts, there's changes coming in. Some of you are changing your relationship status. So if you're single, you may not be single for long. If you are dating, you may be making something official. Some of you could be moving in together. Some of you who were married, you may be getting divorced. I just feel like there's major changes coming in because there were some red flags within yourself, right? It takes two sometimes within a relationship. You may have recognized your own triggers or your own wounding. Perhaps someone else had some things that they were working through, some of their own shadows, maybe addictions. But it says the signs are cautioning you here. And I do feel that's why in your environment, you have the Seven of Wands, where you put your hand up to something and you said, if we are to move forward, or if we are shifting gears here, something needs to change, and I'm no longer going to let myself get stepped on or allow myself to feel defensive or feel the pressure or be thrown off guard. Yeah, I'm getting thrown off guard for some of you. And this engagement here, this is only going to resonate with a few of you, but some of you may have been interacting with someone who was already engaging with someone else, okay? This could be a breakthrough where you realize that this person, that maybe you are, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, because I feel like there is a big shift and it's actually for the better for you. But if this is the case where you were dealing with someone who was already in some sort of commitment, or there was someone else, I feel like you dodged a bullet here, and the signs cautioned you. There's going to be a breakthrough. Now, for those of you that are dealing with someone and their red flags, it does talk about some big changes, some big boundaries coming in very soon for you. Leo, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And because we have the moon in the recent past, things haven't been clear. But I feel in the month of May, specifically towards mid to end of May, there's going to be this Ace of Truth coming in here for you. Now, some of you are going to decide to give someone a second chance if they are willing to commit to you and if they are willing to offer you this cup of love. For others of you, I see that you are calling in a brand new soulmate. Beautiful energy. Your prayers and affirmations and visualization. Some of you have known that you were going to call in a past life or, a lover or a connection that you could feel on a deep soul level. You may have even dreamt of this person, or your intuition guided you towards this person. You deserve love, Leo. You are lovable. And it says work on your partnerships, and that's what's showing up here. If you're married or if you are in a high level commitment, this could be engaging in each other, okay? Because I am sensing here that some of you, the love has gone out, right? The candle has kind of blown out here, and perhaps you've been in an environment where you just kind of been focusing on yourselves, right? Maybe focusing on your career, focusing on your kids, your responsibilities. And I see here that there could be some distance growing. Pay attention to those red flags. I do see here that there's going to be some shifts that allow you to engage in each other to bring in more happiness, because someone may feel a little bit defensive. They may feel like their needs are not getting met in some way, shape, or form, emotionally, sexually. Yeah, I feel like there's a cup of love here that was offered at one point, but perhaps the Queen of Cups here is focusing on herself. And we need to do that sometimes, right? Male or female, doesn't matter. We need to fill up our cup. But I also see that if there's someone else in the mix here and you are in a partnership, we need to work on that together, okay? When the Queen of Cups shows up, I feel, I'm just going to take, okay, that's why. I was going to say, I feel her energy a little bit lower starting off. And at the bottom of the deck, you do have subconsciously past life. You have known each other before, and there may be a strong pull towards this person, but some of you may have even shut down emotionally is what I'm picking up on, due to healing some family issues. Maybe you've shut down or another person has shut down, and it's triggered some childhood wounding, possibly mother wounding here. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. There may have been a separation here, a separation between you and a loved one, or your parents may have separated. That may have contributed to some of this healing here. Yeah, there has been a separation, or there may be. I mean, that could be something you're deciding here at the moment, Leo. But I am feeling that this Queen of Swords, she may need to take a little bit of time to fill her cup. All right, because we see that her cup was filled here in the deep past. This is your foundation. There's the cup of love. She's holding on to it here. So there was something that did make her happy in the past, but she may have lost a little part of that. She needs to refuel that cup and start drinking from it, taking care of herself. And I feel like that is going to transform all of the relationships she has, and including if she's looking for love as well. Now, the opportunity this month is the Knight of Cups. This could be to release maybe some bitterness. This can be forgiveness. It can be accepting a cup of love. It can be receiving an apology. Sometimes this is someone who's not necessarily open to love when they show up in as the challenge. They can be a little bit jealous, a little bit manipulative, but I am getting the opportunity here is for someone to see their worth, someone to see their value. And sometimes that takes being apart, separating your energy, because we do have that separation here. So maybe subconsciously, Leo, you're thinking about disconnecting, or you already have disconnected and you're just trying to come back home to you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and I do feel the opportunity for you is to fill your cup and to take action, because nights are all about action, and this is about following your bliss, following your heart. This can be someone who can be too emotional at times to make a rational decision. And I feel like the opportunity for you is to balance those emotions this month so you can rationally and logically make decisions, but yet at the same time, follow your heart. So it's finding that balance between the two. That's the opportunity for you. Now, in the recent past, okay, thank you. I'm getting the name Pete or Peter. That could be significant. Pete or St. Pete. Okay, maybe it's a place. We have the moon in the recent past. So there's been some deep, deep feelings happening here, possibly some deep emotions. This is subconscious energy. And we see here subconscious is bringing up some past life. This could be karma for some of you as well. It could be some triggers and some woundings that you chose to heal in this lifetime as well, around family, ancestral woundings. This could be between mother-child, father-child, parental dynamics as well. You may, some of you may have been dealing with a person who you've been in a past life with, and maybe in this lifetime you are lovers, but in a past life, the roles could have been reversed in some way where maybe you were the parent, they were the child, maybe you were siblings, okay? I feel like there is some sort of dichotomy going on where you're being guided not to replay that story out. So if you feel like you are parenting a partner, right, that is something we need to work on or heal through. For others of you, if you feel like this is more of like a sibling type of connection between the both of you, a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting, maybe that's something to look into here. Or you've just disconnected. Maybe the heart's not there anymore. And that could be an issue that you're really trying to take a deep look at because you've tried to do everything. Maybe you have a family with someone here. Children could be involved. I just feel like you are not making any rash, impulsive decisions, but I also feel like you've been doing some deep soul searching because I'm kind of getting the Hermit with this as well. It's almost as if you are, you're praying, you're connecting, you see the wolf back there howling at the moon. There's going to be clarity. And I feel for a lot of you, there's been truths exposed. Truth exposed from others, of course, but truths within yourself. And perhaps these truths are, I deserve love. I'm worthy of heading towards a new path or a new direction that feels more aligned with my soul. So if you are currently in a position where you feel like you're lacking, what do you need to do to get back on track? And I also see there's helpful people here. You see in the Seven of Wands, she has her arm around, could be her best friend, could be a sister, could be, a coach, a mentor. Someone is helping her set some boundaries, to not feel like she's walking on eggshells, and to help her open herself up a little bit more and take a stance for what she believes in. Because what's coming in here, what's above you, is some sort of truth bomb, right? This is a conversation, and it could be a difficult one, okay? It could be a great one at that, but it may take someone to set aside their pride, set aside their ego, to say what they need to say, even if it stings a little bit, okay? We can do hard things, as Glennon Doyle always says, Leo. And I am getting here, this conversation is going to be the turning point in a dynamic. Now, of course, these are love readings. You can take it as romantic love if you want, but this could be a family member, a child, someone who you've had a heartfelt connection with, or you still do. But this is a breakthrough. This is truth and logic. This is coming up with an action plan to cut through the fluff, cut through the barriers. If there's been miscommunication, if there's been indecision within you or in a dynamic, or if there has been someone who's been hurtful or has said things out of, being hurt, right? Sometimes people say things because they're hurt and they lash out. There could be an apology coming your way, or maybe it's you that is speaking some sort of truth or an apology. Now, in the near future, you do have the Knight of Pentacles. It is showing up in reverse, so I feel like you may not be taking action. Someone may be too cautious or really be thinking before making a move. However, it is a Knight. So I see, because the opportunity is the Knight of Cups, you're sitting on making action because you want to have this conversation come through, and that is going to lead to more choices, more decisions. I feel like if someone's coming towards you, offering you this, you're very cautious of this. Okay, if this is a new person, I feel like you are paying attention to red flags, although I don't know if there is red flags, right? We'll see. But I feel like you have been burned in the past. Some of you have been going through some deep highs and lows within your emotions, and you may be kind of holding back until trust is built. And on this illustration of the Knight of Pentacles, you can see that there's a horse in the background. And it looks like this woman shows up daily with her basket of fruits, and she is building a bond with this horse. She brings the horse the fruit. It looks forward to seeing her every day, but it's not something that is built in a day, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. So I feel like trust is required. Trust may be the pinnacle piece of this dynamic, or you have been healing a situation that has brought you a lot of emotional highs and lows, that if you're telling yourself you're ready to kind of put yourself back out there in some way, shape, or form, or open your heart to love, it's going to be slow, steady, and wobbly. It almost looks like her front tire here is a little bit off kilter. So I feel like it's kind of like the training wheels on a bike, right? You might feel like you need some training wheels to kind of help you out in some way, shape, or form to build that trust or get that confidence or that momentum going. But once you kind of get back out there, once you take the risk here to open your heart, trust those decisions, trust that inner truth. For a lot of you, this Ace of Swords could be your own inner truth, right? Trust that. And before you know it, those training wheels are going to disappear, and you're going to be well on your way towards manifesting the life that you want when it comes to matters of the heart. So what are you telling yourself at this time? I feel like you're wanting to work on your partnerships. You're wanting to work on your own self-development. Eight of Pentacles is putting in the work. It is putting in your best effort, gaining knowledge about how to become a better lover, a better partner, how to work on your own triggers. Now it's interesting because you see here in this picture, looks like a bottle of booze. There's some cupcakes there. So you may be working on some self-control and not running from or numbing emotions through food, through substance, through getting a high by chasing after people who are emotionally unavailable. I'm just going to put that out there. Don't shoot the messenger. But I feel like you've come a long way, and that's not what you're attracting any longer. Okay, you are attracting here. You are attracting, well, what it is that you're focusing on, because you have the Magician here. So if you're focusing on the things that you truly want, the things you truly desire, if you're getting honest with yourself here, and bringing up things on a subconscious level even to be seen, to be valued, to be heard, I feel like you can't go wrong, right? This is about you knowing what you need to do and doing it here, okay? Putting in the work. If you want to work on this relationship, it says give it a chance. Work on the partnership here. If you are wanting to move in a new direction, right? Take something to the next level. Don't hold yourself back. Speak it into existence. Connect with someone. Don't assume that they know what you're thinking or what you're feeling. A lot of you are and have been working on yourself, or you are calling in a soulmate who's going to meet you where you are as well. This is beautiful. Now, because we have the Seven of Wands showing up in your environment, some of you did feel a lot of pressure in the past. Some of you may have even felt pressure from family to get married, or when are you going to settle down? When are you going to bring someone home for the holidays? I also see here some of you let people push your buttons, and typically, Leo, you're a very strong, very courageous, very brave person, but sometimes people can finagle their way in, right? They know where to get you. They know where your vulnerabilities lie. They know where your soft spot is. They can be charming. They can say all the right things, but I also feel here that you're not putting up with less than you deserve. Okay, that's what this card is saying. I've had enough. If something doesn't align, right? If I have given someone one too many chances, I'm putting my hand up and I'm changing the direction. I am the magician. I am the alchemist of my life. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. And that's what she's saying there. And if you need to get an accountability partner, a coach, a mentor. Some of you, this is a same-sex relationship as well. And maybe you've had a lot of fingers pointed or judgments. And I feel like it's you two against the world, right? You two against the world. And there is going to be a conversation about this relationship or about this dynamic. Some of you are living in ways that other people don't approve of. Maybe you are in a relationship where both of you live in separate places. I mean, that does happen, believe it or not. People prefer their own space, but yet they have a very thriving, healthy relationship. Sometimes there are, thruples. There are three people. So it doesn't matter what type of union you have. That's your business. And I feel like you've hit a little bit of a wall with other people, but you're saying, I don't need other people's approval here of how I live my life. Okay. So I feel like you're taking a stance here. Now, what's showing up in the hopes and fears is that you can have a turnaround. I'm getting that you're hoping for magic here. You're hoping for a miracle. You're wanting to manifest. I feel a new beginning. And because we have your outcome, I'm just going to say you have the death. Some of you, you've come to the brink of an ending, but you're going to decide and choose to work on this dynamic instead. For others of you, I feel like you have manifested so much change within your own self that you're realizing your vibration is high and you are deserving and worthy of love. And a lot of you are calling in a soulmate, right? You're raising your vibrations. You're realizing that you are the magician, that you have the tools, you have the goods, you offer a lot, you bring a lot to the table here. And I feel like there are changes coming in very soon for you. So clearly decide what you want, because if you want to transform your life, your status, your heart, yourself, I feel like it's on you, right? It's on you. When the magician shows up, this is action, right? This is natural talent. It's also the man behind the curtain, which always reminds me of the Wizard of Oz, right? The little man behind the curtain who has such a big energy. Everybody wants to go to Oz to be healed. And I feel like you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for, but also there needs to be a heart activation, a heart opening. We're going to clarify the death because I do feel like something that was on the brink of, this could be a dream that you had for yourself. Maybe you started to give up on the hope of love, right? Perhaps you thought that you were going to be single forever, or you thought that this relationship was a disaster and you didn't want it, whatever it may have been. The death is icky, it's sticky, but it is in reverse. And I do feel like change is inevitable. Change is part of the process. Transformation needs to happen here for anything to kind of come about, because we can't manifest from the same energy or we're going to get the same thing we got. Right? And I feel like the energy is shifting here so we can have some sort of new beginning. And that's what this death is all about. Spirit, can we please clarify the death? The death can be a separation. Some of you may be separating from this energy for the time being to focus on, yourself, filling your cup. Spirit, tell me about the death card, please, for Leo. Tell me about the death card for Leo. Some of you are saying, I'm done, I'm moving on, I don't want to deal with anyone from the past. And like I said, if that's the case, this is a major transformation within yourself. Instead of maybe giving someone chance after chance, you see the red flags for what they are and you are clearly deciding to move on. That's okay as well. The story is going to be different for everyone here, but the energy remains the same. There's transformation. The Chariot. There is a full transformation by Cancer season. The Chariot energy is triumphant success. Cancer season is June 22nd or so until July 20th, 22nd. The Chariot energy here, Cancer, is a powerful movement, action-oriented direction. And this is great because, I mean, someone could be moving towards you and saying, hey, I don't want this ending. I apologize. I'm offering you my cup of love. We can make this work, right? But for others of you, you're saying, I need to go with what my heart, my gut, my head, I need to be logical and I need to see results and I'm just not seeing them. And if someone is not showing up for, you know, if they're not walking the walk, they're just talking the talk, Leo's going to be walking the walk in the other direction, right? So I feel like there's big changes happening in matters of the heart here. These are big major arcana showing up. The Chariot, the Death, the Magician, definitely moving on and manifesting something that feels a lot healthier, something that feels more loving, more partnered, because they're giving me the Two of Cups here as well. So I feel for a lot of you, there has been some sort of separation of the cup, separation of the heart, a disconnect in some way, shape, or form. For some of you, you may have been widowed as well, and you may have given up on the hope that you'd find love again. And I just see that that's not the case. I feel like there's a rainbow here after you know, maybe a stormy time. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have, please, for Leo, May 2024? New life. There you go. Beautiful. Some of you may be 39 years old. This is a beautiful card of big changes coming your way. This is a brand new energy for a lot of you. And like I said, we can't manifest from the same energy that we are trying to get out of, because we're just going to repeat a cycle. This is birth of ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and it's also about life renewing itself, Leo. And the relationship message is this: new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is the time to connect with hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. Beautiful. Yeah, I like this. I am going to read the protection message here, okay, because some of you may still be going through the death transformation and still opening up your heart, which I feel like a lot of you are way further down on this path, but please take it as it resonates. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit that you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. That reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles, right? That wheel that we see all kind of, it looks like the wheel kind of got into a little bit of a fender bender there. So you might be wearing your training wheels for a little bit when it comes to, you know, navigating in this new direction, because it does feel new. You have never been in this position here, not like this, okay? Maybe you have been in this position, but I feel like the energy is different than it was in the past. It's okay to admit you are at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. Yeah. So again, whether you are at the stages of the training wheels are on, you're just kind of getting your feet off the ground and you're starting to get up there without feeling so wobbly. For others of you, the training wheels have, you know, dispersed. They've kind of came off and you are fully embracing this new life. And I feel like this new energy coming in, whether you're with someone, whether you're by yourself, whether you're calling them in, wherever you are at on your journey, is something you are manifesting. So remember that you are in charge. You are the one driving the chariot. Okay, you are the one that is in charge manifesting your dreams. All right, at this time, Leo, we're going to get a few messages from your crystals, your crystal spirits. So rocks or gemstones. So I just ask, if you can, please take a deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it as long as you can. And release with a nice big sigh through your mouth. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now your crystal could show up as a shiny color, shape, size. Maybe it's emanating a beautiful blue, red, purple, green, or clear color. This could be a gemstone that you know the name of, or maybe you're just tuning into the frequency of love, healing, protection, or grounding. This could be a crystal or gemstone that you're currently wearing, maybe as a necklace or a bracelet, or maybe you keep it close to you. Meditate with it. There is no right or wrong answer, Leo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your gemstone in the comment section below. If you have more than one, that's okay as well. If you don't know the name of it, just drop the color, the shape, the feeling that you received. So you have two that came out, and both of them are a hue of pink or reddish. You have rose quartz, which was some of your stones, is what I'm hearing here. And then we have Bixbite as well. Bixbite. So card 48. Some of you may be 48 years old. Some of you are in a 9 personal year, which makes sense. Endings bringing in new beginnings as we roll into a 1 year in 2025. Or you may be a 9 life path. All right, we're going to read Bixbite first for you. And this is all about drive. It's about courage, full speed ahead. It's spirited action. That is your energy here, Leo. And it says, let go of anything that might impede you as you act on that inner conviction to bring love into your life by nourishing your relationships. There is time enough for to-do lists. Today is a day for connecting and reconnecting with those that you care about, and for reaching out to those you have said you want to let go of, or oh, it does not say that. Okay, for some of you, you are letting go of someone, or you're letting go of an old thought pattern that's held you back from fully opening up to love. Now, what it actually says here is, today is a day for connecting and reconnecting with those you care about, and for reaching out to those you have said you want to get to know better. So that's what it really says here. But for some of you, you are letting go. See what I mean? We have different choices. We have different free will. Tarot is not the tarot is the guidance. It is up to you to make that free will choice. It says, prioritize relationships, for they have the power to help you heal and to recognize that you have all you need right now to experience contentment and fulfillment. So this is a really rare form of beryl. Due to its rarity, only small specimens can generally be found. I have a very, very tiny piece that's like half the size of my fingernail here. But when we work with Bixbite, it packs a big punch. This can help us increase self-esteem while simultaneously giving us the courage and energy to take action on our own behalf. So for those of you that may feel a little bit cautious when it comes to opening back up or reconnecting, Bixbite can help you do so. All right. And of course, most of us know that rose quartz is the mother stone, right? It is the nurturer. It is the stone of self-love and self-worth. This is about being enough. So we are conditioned to forget how amazing we are, right? I wish we weren't conditioned that way, but we are. So when rose quartz shows up, Leo, it's because now is a time for being aware of how quickly we forget our beauty and worth. Have you been falling into a comparison trap and convincing yourself that you're not good enough, or that you have work You have to work hard to deserve what you want for yourself. No, 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 no. Let that scarcity mentality go. Comparing yourself to someone else should be done only when you want to identify those matching inner strengths of yours that you wish to amplify so that you may experience even more love. I like that definition. Today is a good day to connect with what you see and love in others and feel the presence of those attributes within yourself. Remind yourself of the times when you have been strong, smart, playful, confident, whatever the quality, it is within you. Know that you have all you need, and you will see your relationship reflecting that you are worthy of what you desire. Beautiful energy. This is something, this rose quartz is a crystal or stone that you can pretty much get anywhere. And it is often identified with love, romantic love, but it can be a stone, in fact, that encourages us to experience love in all different forms, right? From a mother's tender care of her child to random acts of service of kindness towards a stranger. Rose quartz encompasses all expressions of love, including self-love. When we meditate with this stone, it brings the knowing that we are part of a loving frequency, that we are perfect and we always have been, right? So for those of you that do feel a little bit lower on energy, remember the Queen of Cups. I mean, if the Queen of Cups had a stone, it would most likely be that rose quartz. So when we need a little bit of a splash or an extra amplifier of love in any myriad of ways, work with rose quartz. All right, last but not least here, Leo, let's get a message from the soul's truth and see what your soul wants you to know in matters of the heart. Thank you, Spirit. Are you clear on what your soul really wants? And this goes into the very soon. It says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Because what you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. We see that with the Magician here. So get clear. Try not to let the moon dim your, suck you into the shadows. And then we manifest from the same frequency of what we do not want. It says, take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today is soul action, Leo. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. There's your step. Remember, you got training wheels on. Don't worry about falling. Spirit's protecting you here. So get clear on what you want, because you are in a manifesting transformative mode, and you're going to see this new life appearing before you know it. That is what I have for you, Leo. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And of course, drop your crystals in the comment section below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.